Hey guys, it's that one Apple Guy back at it again with another video, and today we're doing a super good comparison: the Galaxy A53 5G versus the Samsung Galaxy S21 5G. Now, the Galaxy A53 can be found for about 150 or hell, even $100, I believe. Let's look on the S21. By the way, the S21 does have a little spot here. I didn't buy it like that. It just started happening. I didn't even drop it or anything, and Back Market wouldn't freaking cover me. So I'm never ordering from them again, okay? eBay's the way to go. So I might order another S21 though, because these things are freaking sicko mode. But let's go at Galaxy A53 5G here. And let's go buy it now filter. And let's see. Okay. So some of them do have burn-in. So you can find one for $109 with slight burn-in of the YouTube app. So these phones obviously burn in fast, which I didn't think these phones burnt in that bad. I know they do, obviously, but I didn't think they were that bad. Let's see if mine's burnt in. Nope, I have this white screen app. Absolutely no burn-in. Awesome. Awesome robots, damn. So, yeah, this guy could be found for about $110. This guy can be found for about $180 to $200. So, they're very close in price. And they are kind of close in speed. So, let's close out all of our apps here. Let's first talk about the display. So, on the Galaxy A53 5G, you're going to get a 6.5-inch display. So, a big display for watching content. Okay, so I've kind of adjusted a little bit of things on the camera here just to make it come in a little bit better. Let me shut my window real quick. Alright, now we can get into the video. So, the Galaxy A53 5G here is going to have a... Why is it doing that? Hold on. So it looks like I fixed it. Focus it up. Alright, so I just like doing the manual focus. It's a little bit better. So it has a 6.5-inch 2400 by 1080p screen, and it has a Super AMOLED screen. So blacks are going to be black, but of course you can get burn-in, like I said on that eBay post. So you can get burn-in on it, but yeah, it's nice to have an AMOLED display here. It is 120 Hz also. If we go into settings here and I show you what kind of 120 Hz this has, it's not the good 120 Hz. It's the high. So that means it's going to stay at 120 Hz constantly here. And I'll show you a comparison in a minute, but yeah, it's a very nice screen with an 85.36 screen to body ratio. Now, on the Galaxy S21 here, we get a 6.2-inch display, so you can see how much smaller this guy is, but the bezels are so freaking thin. It has a 86.06 screen-to-body ratio, so you can see how thin these bezels are. They're basically non-existent here on the S21. Very thin bezels, like very freaking thin. They're very awesome. Yeah, 6.2-inch display with a freaking spot in it. And it is a Super AMOLED. It's a dynamic AMOLED. I don't know the difference, but it is a 2400 by 1080p screen also. So both phones are 1080p, which is super nice to have on a budget phone here, or a mid-range phone, basically. You do get the same exact display, just bigger. So they basically took this display, put it on here, and made it bigger. But this one does come in a little bit better because it is smaller, and since it's pushing the same amount of pixels, it is going to be a little bit better. So this does come in a little bit better, but basically the same. This is also a 120 Hz screen. So let me show you the difference here. If we go into display, motion smoothness here, you see adaptive and high, okay? So that's the difference. So high and adaptive. What is the difference? Now I'm going to show you here. Now you guys can try this on your phone if you guys want. All you got to do is enable developer options, which all you got to do to enable developer options is scroll down to About Phone, Software Info, and then span tap the build number. And there's your developer options. So go into there, scroll down a little bit till you find show refresh rate. And let's scroll down here, show refresh rate. You can see on both phones, I'm scrolling up and down there at 120 hertz. Now when I let go, see? Galaxy A53 here, 120 hertz at a standalone. If I move, it's not going to change. Galaxy S21, 60 hertz at a standalone. So it's going to save battery. So when I move, 120 hertz, right? Instant. It's an instant thing. 60. That's the difference. That's adaptive. So it adapts. It knows when you're not touching the screen, and it's going to go all the way down to 60 hertz. Again, not a big deal, but it is going to, save a little bit of battery on the S21. And the S21 needs to save as much battery as possible because the Galaxy A53 5G has a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. Full charge that at 25 watts. Well, this guy only has a 4,000 milliamp hour battery, and since it is an older phone, the battery is degraded on mine like crazy. So I charged it to 40% when we started this. Already at 36, I didn't even do anything. Does charge up in 25 watts, and this one does have wireless charging. This one does not. And this guy also does have that cool reverse power sharing. See? That's really cool to have. So you're getting some flagship features on the flagship phone, obviously. Yeah, that's that. I'm going to talk about the design. So on the Galaxy S21 here, we get this nice plastic back design. And mine doesn't say Samsung because stupid back marker replaced the back cover with an aftermarket one, but it is plastic. Right here we have our triple camera setup. We'll talk about that in a minute. We have aluminum sides, which is nice to have. Towards the bottom here, we have our SIM card slot. No micro SD card slot on this guy, so that is a bummer. We do have a microphone, USB-C port, and our speaker. On the left side, we have nothing. On the top here, we just have dual microphones. And on the right side here, we have our power and volume. Galaxy A53 here. We get this nice plastic back here. It's plastic like the S21, but we do get our quad camera setup, which I'll talk about in a second. Kind of lifts up. I do prefer the feel in the hand of the S21. We got these fake aluminum edges, though, on the side, and it actually feels pretty premium. Like, it actually feels pretty nice. Towards the bottom here, we do get a SIM/micro SD card slot here. So, we are getting an SD card slot on this, which is nice. Microphone, USB-C port, and speaker. Dual speakers on both. Left side, we have nothing. Top, we have a single microphone. Right side, power and volume. So, same exact thing all around. Dual speakers on both. No headphone jacks on both. So, they're pretty equal with that one. Thing I want to go to is storage and RAM sizes. So, both have 128 gigabytes of storage here. As you can see, 128 on this guy, and if this guy loads, 128 on that guy. So, that's very equal. But on this, we do have a little bit more RAM on the Galaxy S21 here. We have 6 gigs on the A53 and 8 gigs on the S21. And with RAM Plus, it's also 6 gigs and 8 gigs. So, a little bit more on the S21. Not a big substantial difference, but yeah, that's that. The S21 does look so much more sexy, though, with those thin bezels. Like, it is definitely, it stands out from the crowd. If you had these two phones lined up, everybody would say, yep, that one. That one's better. But if you want to save a little bit of money, the A53, we'll see. We'll see. So, this guy has a Snapdragon 888 chip. So, it's the flagship chip from a couple years ago. It's definitely fast. It's speedy. We're going to look at Geekbench results in a minute here, but Yeah, it's pretty nice. And this one has a Samsung Exynos chip. It's a 12 freaking 80 chip. It's an Exynos. Nobody likes Exynos. So let's look at the Geekbench results now. The Geekbench results tell it all. The Galaxy A53 has a single core score of 922 and a multi-core of 1749. While the Galaxy S21 has a single core of 1509 and a multi-core of 3429. So that tells it all basically. But how does it perform in the real world? How much slower is the A53? That's what we are about to find out. Do a small little speed test here with trying to do it with camera 3, 2, 1. See the S21, but not by a huge long shot. Like, it's not bad. Weather S21 just barely though. It's like it's not even that like off. Like Play Store. Shit. Whatever. Let's go Google search. Apple.com. And let's go to Apple.com. Wow, they are both very freaking close. Let's go to iPhone here. And iPhone 15 Pro. Wow. That is insanely close. These phones are very close. And this is a mid-range, and this is a high-end from a couple years ago. This is also a couple years old, too. So, like, what? This is actually surprising me here. Let's try Subway Surfers. Okay, so, yeah. This one was faster, but it's also our first time loading up this one. So, we're going to try that again. How about that? Make it even. Subway Surfers. Okay, so gaming is going to be a little bit behind. But, you know, once you're in the game, they feel the exact same. Exactly the same. Because they're both, you know, frankly, they're both 120 hertz. So, of course, they're going to be the same. It's hard to do with two, but yeah, they are neck and neck. They are really neck and neck. Let's do a couple more here. This is crazy. Tempo Run. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so yes, we are a little bit faster here. We're already in the game and we're just, okay. So now we're in. But it's not, you know, once you're in the game, you're all fine and dandy, you know what I'm saying? So that's all that matters. And loading times aren't like completely terrible. You have Call of Duty. Yeah, we'll do Call of Duty. It's a heavy game. For being that far off on Geekbench, like, these things are, like, doing great. Yes, this phone's not as, you know, beautiful with the bezel, but, you know, it does the job, you know? And I'm not sure if it's our first time loading up this game, so it might take a little bit, but this one's actually ahead in the percentages. Wow. This guy might beat us. So yeah, I'm just gonna forget this because that's gonna take a while. Because of our first time playing it, but we'll do Candy Crush Soda here. A lot of older generations use these games. 3, 2, 1. See who's faster on this one. Can tell you the colors are a little bit better on the S21, but that was like, this guy was only a little bit behind. Wow. That's crazy. Let's do one more test here. Let's see, Hill Climb Racing. 3. Shit. Or Geometry Dash. That's like the easiest game there. Or I'll do Minecraft, because that's a little bit harder. Shit. Okay, we'll do Minecraft. Okay, guys. 3, 2, 1. Okay, yes. Okay, that's where we see it. Okay, yup, that's where we see it. Minecraft was substantially faster on the S21, but they are so close at everything else that it's not even funny. Like, speed comparison, they're both very fast. The S21 is faster, yes, but they're very neck and neck, both of them. If we talk about software here, the Galaxy S21 came out in 2021. The Galaxy A53 came out in 2022. So I believe this guy has about a year or two left in it. This guy has about 2 or 3 years left in it. So if you want longevity, I would go with the A53 here. But both are running Android 14. The latest version of One UI is 6.1 on both. Obviously, the Galaxy S21 is going to be faster to get updates. Since this is a A-series phone, it doesn't matter what tier of A-series phone, you're not going to get the fastest updates there is. But yeah, if you want more of a long-term use phone, I'll go with the A53 there. Let's talk about the cameras, because this is the real difference on both. Both are, wow, there's one that stands out from the crowd. And it's not always about megapixels, okay? Galaxy A53 5G here has a 64 megapixel main lens. Okay, so that's going to be your one in the middle here, okay? It's going to be that one right there. 64 megapixel main lens. It does support OIS, which is nice. And the ultra-wide camera is going to be right here, and it's going to be a 12 megapixel ultra-wide camera with no OIS. And then we are getting a macro camera, which I don't really care about. I think it's this one. It's a 5 megapixel macro, so a little bit better than the 2 megapixel macros on the cheaper A-series phones. And then we get a depth sensor that's 5 megapixels, which is also useless. So all you need is really the 2 sensors. On the Galaxy S21 here, flagship phone, we're going to get a 12 megapixel main camera. Now, no, it's not all about megapixels. It does have OIS, obviously, and you're going to see in these picture samples that it's not all about megapixels, really. We also have a really nice telephoto camera, which I don't even know which one it is because all these cameras are huge. The telephoto is a 64 megapixel telephoto, and we also do get a 12 megapixel ultra wide. So tons of freaking cameras that are good. We don't get a macro, but who uses that? We're going to go ahead and look at the camera apps on both. Then we're going to show you some photo and video samples. Then we're going to get out of here because I got to edit and then get ready for work tomorrow. So let's go on the camera apps on both. And once you first open the camera apps, they look the same. And I don't think this is a 12 megapixel. Okay, so this is a 64 megapixel lens. So they messed it up. So where I'm getting my information off, it says the main camera is 12. That must be your telephoto. So 12 megapixel telephoto, 64 megapixel main. I get it now. So they look the exact same here. The standard shooting mode is a little bit different though. It's 16 megapixel on the A53 and 12 on the S21. But you can tap here and both are 64 megapixels. So both are going to be good megapixel modes. You can zoom in on the 64 megapixel mode to 6 times. On this guy you cannot. So that's a difference. That is a difference. We do have auto night mode here. We don't see that in some of the cheaper A series, but we do get it on here. So we get auto night mode here. We get 0.5 on both here. A little bit different megapixels, but they're both the same here. You could switch over to 64 when you're on ultra wide, which is kind of weird because we don't get that on that. But yeah, you both do get ultra wide. This is just the 2 times button here is just a digital zoom. The 3 times button here is your 3 times telephoto zoom, which is nice to have. Zoom on each is way different. The A53 maxes out at 10 times zoom, while the S21 maxes out at 30 times zoom. So with the 30 times zoom, you can take those moon pictures, which really are good. I tried it before. Portrait here, you can adjust your bokeh on each, but one thing that's different is we do get portrait night mode on the S21 here. And we can zoom into 2 times on the portrait mode, or you cannot on the A53. So a little bit different on there. As you can see, too dark. That one's already ready because it has night mode. Video here is also way different here. So we do get our super steady mode on both, which you can do full HD 60, which is cool for super steady, or you could do auto. But on this guy, you could just do full HD 30 for super steady. Video, zoom in video 10 times on the A53 maxes out, and 12 times on the S21 that it maxes out in. That's in Ultra HD 30 at least. If we go through the picture modes here on both, we have HD 30, Full HD 30 and 60, but this one is auto also, so if you want to do that. In Full HD, we also do get only a 12 times max zoom. How about in 720p? Do we get like a... Nope, so 12 times zoom on both. So we get Full HD 30 and 60. For Ultra HD, though, it's a little bit different. We only get Ultra HD 30 on the A53. Well, on the S21, we get Ultra HD 30 or 60. And we also do get 8K at 24 frames per second on the S21. Not sure when you're going to be using that. You can only zoom in at 6 times on 8K, but it's nice to have an 8K picture mode. So, going into more here, we do get a little more features on the S21. Not many more, though. We get Pro Video, and Single Take, all of them. We also get Food Panorama and Super Slow Motion on both of them. We also do get slow motion and hyperlapse on both, and night mode on both. So we do get macro on the A53, but instead of macro, you get better modes. You get portrait video and director's view. So portrait video is what it says, a portrait video, blurred out video, which is nice. And then you also do get director's view, which director's view, you can see your front-facing camera here, and you get your back-facing camera right here. So here's your front-facing camera, and it's kind of like a video chat. So we're recording the back camera and the front camera at the same time. You swipe up here to switch to your telephoto, your ultra-wide, your single, and you can also change what it looks like. You could do half and half, one full single view, or we could do in the corner here. And I believe while you're recording, you can tap it here, right over there. So that's that. And those are the camera modes. Here are some photo and video samples. Hey guys, this is 4K 30 on the Galaxy A53 5G. You guys will be watching this back in 4K 30 as well. I could pause the video right from here. I can flip to right from here. And I can also do our 2 times here. We can also take an ultra-wide 4K ultra-wide video. You can zoom in all the way up to 10 times zoom. So it actually is very detailed. As you can see all the... Let's see how far I can focus here. And if it can't focus like that, all you do is zoom it in and you can see good details. So A53 is actually surprising me. You can take pictures right from here also. You can hit flashlight, you get the flash. It's not dark out yet, but we will try a nighttime picture and video test also. So this is the A53 5G. Hope you guys like it. Hey guys, this is the Galaxy S21 5G video test here. Now, I'm still bummed out about that spot. It is growing. Like, just barely every day. But, this is a lot more of a comfortable video experience. Jeez, I'm stepping on bags on the floor. It's very more comfortable because it's a smaller phone. It doesn't look any better, though. Like, it looks almost the exact same. I could do the exact same tricks here. I can pause the video from here. I could take a picture 3 times telephoto. So that 3 times telephoto is going to make it very vibrant. Switch to 0.5 here. Let's see. I'm going to go way back here. I want to try zooming in. See how much detail we can get. Okay, so it's pretty detailed. We're at 12 times there. So how does this look? Is it any better? Nighttime video test on the Galaxy A53. It's not terrible, but the S21 was better. Let's go into the little bit brighter spot here with the spotlight. See how it is with the flash. Oh yeah. Okay. That's cool. Nighttime video test on the Galaxy S21 here. Very good. So we are going into the pitch dark right now. Not so bad.